Now here on this screen, we're told that AirPods Pro can be used as a clinical grade hearing aid. And this is indeed true for some of you that are watching. But the video that I linked to in the description does state that if you've got moderate to severe hearing loss, then it's not really a suitable option. Also, the battery life on a standard hearing aid, well, it does trump that of the AirPods Pro 2, as you'd expect. Also, if you're in a conversation with someone and you're wearing a hearing aid, well, it's kind of clear that you're paying attention to the conversation. And actually, it can act as a physical cue for the person that you're conversing with to perhaps speak a little bit more clearly. After all, you've got a hearing aid in. Whereas when you're wearing AirPods like this here, well, it's difficult to know if the person's engaged in the conversation, or are they perhaps half listening to music or a podcast or perhaps an audiobook, something like that. These are just some of the things that you have to consider. But it's definitely, I think, worth giving this a try just to see if the performance is indeed what you need. Because ultimately, despite everything that I've just said, it could be cheaper than using a conventional hearing aid. Okay, let's tap Get Started. And here we're told it can take a few weeks actually to get used to the new sound of your AirPods Pro. And you can adjust the sound in Control Center, which is good. Now it's ready, and I'll tap Turn on Hearing Aid. And here we're shown exactly how we can make adjustments in Control Center. Okay, I'll tap Done. And that's now enabled. Right, let's switch back across to Settings. And down here it says Hearing Assistance is off, which is strange. I'll tap. Actually, I didn't need to tap that. It just took a little bit of a while to update. And we can see the noise control has moved from noise cancellation to transparency. And if I tap this, we're in the hearing assistance section of settings. So we can turn the hearing aid off at the top. And if I tap adjustments here, what can we do with this? So we can use these sliders to adjust the amplification there. And there's a toggle allowing you to swipe to control the amplification. So if you've got your AirPods Pro in transparency mode and there's no media playing back, then when you swipe up and down on the little stems of your AirPods, this will increase and decrease the amplification of those background sounds. So almost like adjusting the volume, which is really good. And I'd have thought that would actually be on by default. Now below that, we can adjust the balance and the tone. We can also increase or decrease the amount of reduction that is applied to ambient noises. And there's also a toggle here called Conversation Boost, and that focuses your AirPods on the person talking in front of you. And again, that's something that I thought would be on, but maybe there's something I'm not understanding there. After all, I'm lucky enough not to require the use of these. Now, if I tap back and come down here where there is a toggle called Media Assist, and this takes your hearing test results and it works to make the clarity of any played back media better, as well as call quality as well, by using these two toggles here. Then down here, you may decide that you need to get a more accurate hearing test from a professional audiologist. And if so, you can update the hearing test results in here. Any tests that you've had are going to be listed, and you can choose the one that is going to be used as the baseline for the hearing assistance settings that we've just seen. So let's add a manual result in. Now, you will have to forgive my ignorance here, as a professional hearing test is not something I've ever had. However, we can see that the test results should comprise of these symbols and frequencies. And you can scan the results with a camera or add them manually. Now, obviously, I don't have one to hand, so I can't scan it in. But let's just go through the first couple of steps that are required to add a test in manually so we can see what's there. So I need to add one of these symbols. I'll tap the cross. Then I need to select the frequencies that had that cross symbol. Okay, this seems quite simple then. It's just a case of transposing the graph or the list of results that I'll have and adding them in individually here. I am sure though that scanning with a camera is going to be the way to go. But adding these results in manually is very, very useful.